All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Ready?
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. Slam.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hardy set to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in Week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Got a man, it's right. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
20. Get in the weight room. He's checking.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A couple of 1st downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Gun.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And he rifles one incomplete. The wideout Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Complete to right. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
26-yard line.
Here we go. Right at the 8.
Game situation. Let's go. Check.
To the air again, Newton. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all NFL quarterbacks. He can still tote the mail.
20.
Watch the safety creep.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Check 26.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Newton. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
51.
54 is Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's going to be a long
Space.
It's going to be a long day.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Panthers 3. Matt Bryant sets the kickoff.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tack McKinley, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Newton to throw. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
It's now 3rd down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, here I come.
From the gun, Newton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready,
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up second down.
21.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On third down, Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up fourth down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Newton. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw, Newton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chris Manhertz, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive first and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off a big run on his own, but oftentimes you get
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Newton now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. Room here to run. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
8. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Too little.
Now it's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Understand? Ready?
45. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Now Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, second down. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. He may try and run for this. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Godot's kick is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Hey, Tuesday. Base.
Let's go, team. Let's go.
Hey, wahoo.
To throw on third down, Ryan. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
20.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Like 25. 21. Got it.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go. 45 the mark.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. David Amerson is there on the coverage defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check girls.
To throw again, Newton. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Newton now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. But it's going to be 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Mike's 54. Mike's 50. Hey, South.
Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball?
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
From the 27th, Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gano for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They get this to Hogan on the jet sweep. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Double dog, that's the way.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. McCaffrey following the penalty. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 37-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Check. Fresno.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
54 Mike. Check 22. 54. It's a party now. Hey, Team 6.
From the shotgun, Ryan. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Panthers' 49-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Ready to go.
Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Olsen. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Mike 54. You. 11. 54. Hey, high 7.
Here's Ryan to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game, and with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
From the 36, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Newton now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Right there. 54.
The shotgun snap for Newton. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They'll run it. Freeman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Base, 59, 59. Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Check 55, Mike. 39. Let him know, let him know. Hey, got it. Get out.
Throwing again. Ryan. Yeah, he'll find Hall. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
A gain of 9 brings up third down.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Channing, 25. It's 59. Mike to 59.
Your track.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Hey, Tuesday.
24, check 24.
Protein spill. 20.
Second and 10 now. Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive. knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, 59, got it.
To throw again is Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Here's Bryant for the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Newton now to throw. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Wait, 8.
45.
8.
Kill.
Express.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And an alley to run. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for Carolina. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
What's that? Right at the 8. 20. Joker.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Get it. 45, 45. Mike, 45. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing here, Newton. And this is caught at the 8. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Watch the run.
Yeah.
45, Mike, 45. Wild Bill.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Carolina, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.